Alrighty, folks, I decided that now would be as good a time as any for me to make a very fun, exciting, exhilarating, I don't know what it is. I'm going to make an EDC video, otherwise known as an everyday carry video. These are a very popular thing now, and I think it looks as fun as all the other people that keep doing them do. So I'm going to spend this video talking about the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ish things that I carry around with me every single day. And I'm also going to wrap up the video by talking about 2 very specific items that I do not carry with me every day, because I think it adds to the whole point of the video, my personality or whatever we're trying to figure out from these. So let's do the thing. First and foremost thing that I think anybody has to talk about in an everyday carry video is their phone. I have an iPhone 11 with a Spigen, that's probably not even how you pronounce it, case on it. And I don't have a lot to say about the phone. This is an iPhone. A lot of people have iPhones. A lot of people understand what they're capable of. I use this for normal phone stuff, texting, calling. A little fun fact about me, I don't play phone games at all. And I try to keep this pretty minimal, like I try to keep everything else in my life. Second, you will find my wallet. Now, my wallet is not a Ridge wallet, but it is a very similar type of wallet that you can find on Amazon for probably a third of the price of a Ridge wallet. This guy holds a handful of cards, and it's got a little clip on the back for cash, and that is really about it. And that's all I need. That's all that I carry around with me. We're probably getting up to 7, 8, 9 cards somewhere in that area. I would ideally like to have that 5 or less, but we'll work on it. And then cash that I have occasionally. I like this thing. I like this style of wallet. It is slimmer and takes up less room in your pockets than typical billfolds or trifold wallets or whatever they're called, whatever they do. So I really like it. Get yourself one of these if you don't want to be carrying around like a brick in your left pocket all the time. Going back over to my right pocket, we've also got a pen that I try to take with me everywhere. This is a very standard, typical G2 Pilot pen. It's not any sort of fancy ballpoint pen or anything that I would be afraid of losing necessarily. It's just slightly more expensive than the cheapest pens out there, and I think that these are really good quality. I use G2 Pilot pens for all my notes if I ever need to sign a contract or do something like that. But hopefully I'll have a pen on me in my right pocket if it's a good day. And pens are truly a sign of preparedness for me. Some people like to go around and they like to be the prepper type. They like to be prepared for situations all the time. That's good for them. But I always tell them if they're not carrying a pen around on them, then they're not actually prepared. They're just carrying a bunch of stuff around. Also, in my front right pocket, a lot of the time, you will find one of these guys right here. This is a little tactical pocket knife that I've had for actually quite a while now, but it's one, these are pretty typical for you to find. This is one of the most versatile, most practical pocket knives or styles of pocket knife that I think you can find. The blade is half serrated, and it's got the seatbelt cutter, it's got the window smasher thing. It is a spring assisted opening knife and a little liner lock in there. So I like this thing. This thing is small. I actually used to, I have no idea where it is now, but I used to have just a slightly larger version of the exact same one, which I wish I still had. And this one's falling apart now. So if you have suggestions for a new pocket knife, it might be time for a new one pretty soon, but I like to carry that thing around too. And then in my either front left pocket or attached to a belt loop, in the event that I'm wearing pants that have a belt loop, because I wear sweatpants everywhere I go, I have my car keys and my actual keys. Now, my car keys are key fob, modern day car key stuff. And then this thing right here is actually just a little tiny wallet for my keys. I really do like this. I can see where a lot of people would think that's a hassle because it just kind of adds an extra step for you to get to your keys. I have to unbutton this thing, and then my keys fall right out of it. I just really love being able to have these attached to my belt loop and not shingling around, swaying around everywhere. And it also it looks neater at the end of the day too when I have 3 danglies that are all black. I don't know. I just like it. And the last thing that it gets to be included in my everyday carry is my watch. So I actually have 3 watches that I wear pretty regularly. One is this guy right here, which is not an Apple Watch, but it looks like one. It is just a cheaper smartwatch. I've gotten to the point where I don't really care to have a smartwatch anymore, so I've got everything turned off on this except for just having it tell me the time. And then I've got another sports watch that looks similar to this. It's a Casio sports watch from Walmart that I'll wear when I'm playing disc golf or doing anything sportier, because it's a little bit lighter and it just tells me the time and the date. That's all I really want to know out of my watch. And then I've got watches like this one, right here that I decided to put in front of me for this video, which is just a little bit more expensive, a little bit fancier and higher quality formal watch. And that is all of the stuff that I carry around with me on a day-to-day basis. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, I want to talk about two particular items that I do not carry around with me on a day-to-day basis, and the first one would be headphones. So I see headphones in a lot of people's everyday carries, and for good reasons, because people like to be out in public and they like to listen to things, or maybe if you're going to college, there's going to be a point where you need to have headphones on you. I'm just a person that does not like to be, I don't like to have background noise on. I don't like to listen to music without intent, kind of, to some sort of extent. I'll listen to it in the car, I'll listen to it while I'm on a walk, something like that. But I don't listen to music while I'm working. I don't listen to music just for the sake of listening to music most of the time. So I don't carry headphones around with me. It's just something, it just feels like it would be another item in my pocket. The other thing that I don't carry around with me that would be in a lot of people's everyday carry is either a phone charger or some variation of a battery pack. And while some of them are cool, I personally don't have a lot of problems needing to charge my phone in the middle of the day. I just charge it while I'm at home. I have it charging a lot while I'm working. I'll be working on my computer in a certain room, and most things I can do from my laptop, so my phone will be charging in a different room of the house, so it's just kind of charging all the time. And then in the event that I go out, I just stay off of my phone enough to make it so that the battery doesn't die. And in all seriousness, I think that if you are the type of person that is charging your phone 3, 4, 5 times a day, or if you're the type of person that sits down in the class and needs to be close to an outlet so you can charge your phone, it's probably an indicator that you're on your phone too much. So that's why I don't carry a phone around with me. That's all I've got for this video, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like the stuff that I'm doing. I know that this particular video is not really all that relevant to the rest of the videos on the channel, and I get that. I'm going to throw up these miscellaneous ones every once in a while, because at the end of the day, I want my brand to be based around me. I want people to understand who I am and get to see stuff of this nature. So just engage, build a community. That's one of the biggest things that I'm after lately, and I'm going to see you guys in another video next week, I'm sure. So I'll see you then.